Okay, in my previous email, I just showed how to use the new email builder, and rather than, showing how to use it, I just show the different features or new features that are available with the new email builder, but no case scenarios or examples of how to use it. So in this particular video, I'm gonna show how to put together a menswear email using the new ActiveCampaign email builder. And as you can see, I just lifted an email template. I don't know if this is an actual real campaign or not, but I just put in a search for high fashion emails, and this is one of the ones that caught my eye. The other ones were a little complicated in the design, meaning that they most likely were done in Photoshop and pasted as images on the email canvas, which is a trend that I've seen quite a bit in the fashion industry. But in this particular case, we're going to try to use the builder to create the different sections so it looks well on desktop as well as mobile devices. So for the sake of simplicity and to save time, I already cut and slice, or rather slice, this whole email already to get this title, which is obviously custom text that cannot be used in an email. So it um, rather than trying to find a custom font to match this, I just slice the title as an image. Same with this image and the model images as well. So let's get into the builder. And as you already know, or probably don't, so I'm going to go through the whole process. In order to get access to a builder, you first need to submit a request to be put on the wait list to get access to the new email builder. And even when you do, you don't, it's not like you get locked into the new builder. You still have the option of using the previous or current one, or classic as it's been called now. So let's take a look, create a campaign. And I'm going to call this Indochino test number 2, select standard, click next. Then I'm going to select my test list, click next. And here is where the selection takes place. I'm going to start from scratch, and because I have early access, I have this option now available. But I could still do classic, text only, or create your own custom HTML email. So I'm going to select early access, continue, and create that fake line and continue. Now, this is by default, this is a structure that comes pre-loaded on the builder. I don't know if once it goes live, this is going to disappear and it's just going to be a black canvas, or they'll keep this as a point of reference. So we're going to start with a structure. And actually, let me see if I can add this as content, because I want to start this properly. So the sections that you see here, these are main sections, and they have different references. So this one is content. This one is also content. So I need a header section. So create a new section, 2 column 1. But this one, I'm going to call it header. Or actually, not call it. It's we're going to give it the functionality of a header section. So header, and by going to the left side and clicking here, I can move it to the top. Okay, and now I'm at the top. Now like I mentioned before, for the sake of simplicity and to save time, all the images that I sliced from that template that you saw are already in the back end of ActiveCampaign. So we're going to go ahead and start adding them. First, the logo, and it's here. But first, we're going to center it to the left. Okay. And Now we're going to add a line of text. And here it says email not displaying correctly, question mark, view in browser. So we're going to go back here and we're going to add a line of text. And you can either bring it from blogs or you already have them preloaded here. So you can select a button, text, or image. So I'm just going to click here, text. And here's the key. The reason why I wanted to select this as a header, it's because if you select it as content, the padding here is going to be greatly exaggerated, and it's not going to align like this. When I first loaded this section as content, the Indochino logo was way up here, and the Indochino section was way in the middle. The text section was way at the top. So as soon as I made it a header, these two lined up properly. It's almost as if it knows that when you have two columns here, they have to line up. So okay, so that's the line. Email not displaying correctly. View in browser. Um, I'm not sure how many are familiar with the tags in ActiveCampaign or personalization tags. Well, those tags can also be used for unsubscribing, for viewing in browser, which is, if I'm not mistaken, uh, it will be the percentage mark or symbol followed by web copy and then the percentage symbol again. I think it should be preloaded here already. So let's select it again. All right, and here's the link already. So we're going to change it to this one, web copy, and take out the HTTPS. All right, so that's done. As our first step, we've done the header. One thing I need to do is to make this disappear on mobile. And this logo, which is left aligned now, it's going to be center in the mobile version. So let's deal with that now, as opposed to doing it later. If we click on the preview. Okay, and this is the other issue that a lot of people point out with the current builder, is that when you have an image here, or any image rather, when you have it displayed on mobile, and it's usually the issues with logos. When you have it displayed in mobile, it just stretches completely. So we're going to fix these two issues. We're going to first, and the reason why it fills out completely is because it's left aligned, but now it has to fill the whole screen. So this stretches the logo to fill the whole screen. And this we're going to get rid of for mobile. So let's go back. And we're going to deal with the image first. See this toggle here, that's it's for responsive image, it's activated. If we deactivate it and go back here, now you're looking at the same image, same size, 150 pixels. That's exactly what I wanted it to look like for both desktop and mobile. But now it's still left aligned, so we're going to deal with that, and we're going to make this disappear. So close the preview again, go back to the image, and you scroll down, and this alignment here, it says left align. But if you see here for mobile layout and you click on it, now you're dealing with mobile alignment. It inherits the alignment from the desktop version, but for here, we are going to select center. And now we're going to deal with this section here, which we don't want to be visible for mobile. All right, we click here, and we're going to tell it to hide the element on mobile right here at the bottom where it says hide element. Okay. And you have a warning, this element will not be hidden in email clients which do not support media queries. Okay, that's a risk I'm willing to take. Because for a menswear email, chances are a lot of these emails are going to be open on mobile. So preview. And there it is. This line is gone in mobile, and the logo is center now. the way it is supposed to be, unless the design or the brand itself says, no, we want the logo left aligned every single time, then that's a different story. So, okay, that's done. And that's the header. And now we're going to deal with this section. All right. So we can actually leave this section the way it is here, but we're going to have to change the colors. So one of the things that it's a little tricky sometimes is trying to differentiate selection between structure, container, and a content section. So in order to select the formatting for this container, you have to get close to the title where it says container and click on it, and then it opens up the options for mostly background padding and rounding. So let's change the color to the color that we saw on the template here, this grayish type of color. So I already have it. I already took a sample from the Photoshop file. So I'm just going to copy and paste. Okay, so now, oh, another thing that is kind of weird is when you click here to type in the hex number, it goes blank for some reason. The text turns to white. It's still there. If you select it, see that? It's there. So all you have to do is paste the color, and there it is. All right, and this is an image and with its own background. It's also a container section, so we need to change the background there, but we'll worry about it when we get to the part where we need to insert the banner or hero image with the models. So let's see what comes first. This fall, it's all about the separate. This fall, it's all about. So that's the first title. And since we have a title here, let's use it. Although I want to change this to so I can manipulate the way it's going to look on mobile. Let's change this to, should we use heading 2? Let's use heading 1. And again, this fall, it's all about. Using Arial. I think I use a different font for this for sure, but I'm going to take this. It actually doesn't look too bad. I might just keep Arial, but we'll see. Well, let's just follow the process that I followed before. So I'm just going to use Open Sans, which is what I use for this one. And I use 22 pixels. And let's do Open Sans. All right. So that's that. And the color for the text is this one. Now this one stays black, so you can see it. So it's weird. Some of the things that I'd call that a quirk, but once you figure out what's happening, it's easy to work around it. All right, so that's the color for the text, and that color is also going to apply to buttons and pretty much all the text throughout the email. So that's the title, and now we need to use that image that is also a title that says separate, which is here. As I mentioned before, this is a custom font, trying to incorporate that as text in an email. It doesn't always work in all email clients. So in order to achieve maximum availability for different email clients, I chose to slice this and just use it as an image. Okay, so now we're going to use blocks, and we're going to bring this image in here. Click on it, and already have it back here. And there it is. This fall is all about the separate. And if we go to mobile, yeah, perfect. As I mentioned before, this one was stretched too. It's stretched to the full width, but it doesn't look bad on mobile. it looks great, actually. Like, it's the main title. It's probably the subject of the campaign, or at least part of it. So I'm just going to leave it the way it is now. I'm going to go back. And then we have, obviously, a 2-column section where we have a title and numbers. And then we have another section where we have the button. So let's continue with the 2 columns. All right. And we're going to close this preview. But the problem is that I believe I need to create a whole new section. Then I'm going to have to delete this because this is not going to fit here, right? This whole section is a container. So now I need to add a container below. So down there. And I need to add background to this as well. So structure, get close to the title and click on it. And I need to add a background color. As you can see, it's transparent right now. So it's looking white because the whole email background is white. So I'm going to add the same color that I added before. And now you have background color for the 2 sections. I'm sorry, for the 2-column section. So obviously I can use this because I can move this on top of it. So slowly but surely I'm going to delete all of it. Or actually, no, I just need to delete this. Delete. Okay. Yeah, I need to delete this too, unfortunately. Okay, and let's see. No, yes, it's also part of the... Yeah. All right. So now I have my 2-column section. This is going to be all text, but I'm going to do different sections of text. So the first one is going to be the title, all custom blazers, all custom pants, and then I'm going to do the numbers in separate sections. So let's follow here, and we're going to use blocks again, and I'm going to do text here, and we're going to center it after I type in, and this is all custom blazers. And let's go back, all custom blazers. And I already have, I believe, the text that I'm going to use here. Yeah, Robota. Yeah, it looks good, actually. Just double check that is the right size. Yeah, 16 points. All right. So I'm going to center that. Center. All right. And now I'm going to do another section in the same column, but with different font and size. So I'm going to bring another text section right underneath. And let's do heading 1. Actually, I'm going to do heading 2. And this one, let's see, prices, Roboto as well. So we're going to use Roboto font for this. And for text, it's going to be 48 points. Right. And the price is $299. Okay. And I'm going to center this as well. Okay. Now, do we want to make it bold? Oh, that's not too bad. That's close enough. And these two actually have the same color as the other text. So let me apply that color as well here. And color again, You have to remember just to select the whole thing so you can view it. It doesn't happen in all sections, but every now and then, this is what you have to deal with. All right, so that color is applied. Now let's do that for the number, same color. Select, apply. And now all we need to do is copy and grab it by the handle here, there, and select it, copy, select, grab by the handle, and move to the bottom. All right, so that was all custom blazers. The next one is all custom pants. So let's go back here, all custom pants. And I believe the price was $129. Yes, $129. And now we have that section done. So now we need to bring in the button. Shop now. All right. So let's go back to blocks. And let's see if I can bring this in just by itself. Here. See, it creates a container automatically. So the builder is smart enough to know, okay, you're bringing an element in, I need to create a container. So I don't need to follow the process of bringing in the container first as a row and then bring the block in as a button. So I'm going to make a few adjustments here to the button. Button color. All right. And again, it's the same color as the text. So here. This is white. So I can just select it here. This has a border that I don't want. 0. Okay. And I believe the text is shop now. Okay. So I'm going to put it in here. Okay. The container itself doesn't have the background color that I need, and I also need some padding here to create some separation between this line, this section, the prices, and the button. All right, so I need to add color, hover over the container, and go close to the title container, click on it. As you can see, that the background is transparent. That's why it's looking white. So I need that color again for the background. And here, paste it, and there it is. Now, go back to the container, and I need padding, rounding blocks. All right. All right, so the container is here. So let's move the container. Here we go. Oh, it has 2 containers. All right, so maybe we can just create padding. Top. Let's see if this is just for the button or the section itself. It's just a button. All right, so what I need to do is create a spacing. And we're going to do that with a spacer block. Let's go here. There it is. And I need to format it because I don't want that line. And it's transparent, so I don't need to do anything about the background color. So now I have the spacing that I needed between these 2 columns and the button. Now, there's one thing that I need to fix, but I need to show you first what it is. When I go responsive with this template, see what happens here. The button spans the entire width of the email. Now, I can fix that because it doesn't really look like a button on the email screen. It just looks like a title section of some sorts. So I'm just going to make it a little bit smaller. Let's go back here, click on the button, shop now. And we're going to go back to mobile. Okay. And this is margin for mobile version. There. Is 20 enough? Well, let's see what it looks like. That's not too bad. And now it looks more like a button. Let's add just a little bit more. Although I think in the screenshots that I showed you, that's what the button looks like. But just add just a little bit more. I think the maximum is 40. So mobile version 30. Okay, that should be enough. We go back to preview. Perfect. Now it looks like a proper button. And this, see, it looks kind of small. So I'm just going to go back to modify the title or this heading, which is heading 2. I believe I assigned it. Heading 2, we're going to modify how it looks on mobile. So we're going to make it a little bit bigger. And we want to select this. But this is heading 2, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, heading 2. So that's all I needed to know, because again, also in the new email builder, you can define different styles for mobile devices. Very much like what MailChimp has, where you have mobile styling, and you can tell the platform that when the email is being displayed on mobile devices, headings and body text should be a certain size as opposed to the desktop version. So that's what we're going to do. Appearance, and we're going to go to mobile formatting. See it right here at the bottom, kind of hidden a little bit. We're going to click on that. And heading 1 is heading 2. I need to make this bigger. And let's go with 36 and see what that looks like, because right now it is just 26. And go back to preview. Okay, doesn't look that much. It looks like it wasn't even affected. So let's go back again and make it even bigger. Although I don't think I can make it any bigger. Let's go 72. I don't think it's taking. So if that doesn't work, okay, perfect. Yeah, it did work. 72. It's just I needed to make it like as big as possible in order for it to stand out. Yeah, I like it. All right, let's go back. And now we're going to add the image. Now, believe it or not, that image was the biggest time consumer for me putting this together, because I needed to cut the background out, because once you brought it into Photoshop from a WebP format and exported it, it was exporting it with the wrong sRGB background color. So it wasn't matching this. So anyways, I'll save you the pain of watching that. And we're just going to add it now. And now we're going to use a button section as well. And so click on the content tab, click on blocks, and we're going to bring that image in here, right there. And again, this image is already in the back end. So I'm just going to click here, select it, and there it is. The 4 guys posing with the different suits. Perfect. So let's go back to our original. Yeah, it's looking pretty close. So now we just need we need a spacer to create that space here, or simply use padding. Let's see. I try to avoid spacers whenever I can. I just use padding. No particular reason, just personal preference. So we're going to add a content section here, or a blog. Let's go with structure, because that way I can manipulate the padding for the whole structure. So let's use a row. Yeah, we're going to drop it here. As you can see, the background is white, which is what we want. And already has padding here at the top. So that's perfect. So I just need to add content. Okay. And let's see what it says here. Our latest addition to our mix and match fall collection. I should have written this down so I could copy it. All right. Latest addition to our mix and match fall collection. All right, and that's period, I believe. Of rich seasonal colors. And classic patterns and textures. Patterns. All right, and Palma. Like corduroy. Oh boy. Okay, corduroy, what else? And cavalry 12. Sorry guys, this is my fault. I should have copied this text beforehand so I could have it available for pasting. All right, mix and match, but I'm almost done. Mix and match in the season's finest. Now I just have to center this and figure out the best match for that text that you see here. Serif, obviously, but let's see if I can find which one is the closest match. All right, so I used Notice or Noticia. Let's see, Noticia text, and the font size was 24. Nice. Okay, that looks pretty close. And the color, the same color for all the other titles. What's this one? Again, make sure that you select that whole section so the hex color becomes visible and you know that it's there, that you can use it. So, okay, so we have that now. So the next section would be the 3-column section with the models, right? Let's go back. Yep, that's the one. So I need to add these 3 guys and then we're almost done. All right. So let's add another structure. And this time it's going to be a 3-column. Okay. I might need to add a spacer here or more. Well, let's see if I can add it here. Container. Add more padding. Doesn't seem to be. Yeah, I don't think I can add padding here. So I'm going to have to add a spacer. All right. So let's go to blocks, spacer here. And I'm going to delete the line. And that's more like it. Now I have this spacing matching the original template. All right. So now, again, to save time, I already have the image in the background. So let's see. The first one is that guy and the guy with the dark navy blazer. Okay. All right. First guy. I think it's this one. Yep. And then second guy. This one. Third guy. It's him. All right. So that was the easy part, really. Now I need to add the text. So we're going to go back to blocks. I'm going to add text. Perfect. And it has to say light gray basket weave blazer. It's all in caps. Spelled like that? Oh no, A. Oh, I was getting wrong. All right. And basket leaf laser. All right. Okay, and I'm going to center that here. All right, and then I think I'm going to add the pricing separately because of what I want to do next, which is using the code screen. So let's do it separately. The pricing. I'm going to bring it down here. I'm going to center it as well. And this is, oh boy. All right. Let's see if I can see here. Okay, $4.49. It's this the previous price. $2.29 is the sale. So $4.49 and $2.29. See, $4.49, $2.29. Okay, so I need to have a line across this price in here. You actually have that option here in the text editor. So if you go strike through, it's going to strike that. Now, when I tried to add a color to just this section, when I was building the original that you saw at the beginning of this video, it selected the whole thing. So that's why I wanted to do a different section to separate from the title. So I'm going to use the blue color. Sale price is, all right, and go back here and go to, this is text color if I'm not mistaken. No, here, text color. All right. Oh, okay, I know what I did wrong. More colors. Okay, let's see if I can add a hex here. No, I can't. Okay, so this is where the code, initially I didn't try that. I tried to modify the color here, which was a mistake because this is a selector for the entire section. So that turned everything blue. So in this particular case, I'm going to use the code screen. So I'm just going to go to code. And what I need to do here is add a span style. And that's color. Is that color? Oops. Oh, what happened? That's not good. Okay, let's toggle this off. It deleted. It happened. It also happened when I was creating the first one. Nope, no. I'm gonna have to start from scratch. So this is 449, and let's take this off. And this is 229. Let's try it again. Now we're gonna go. You know what? I'm just gonna type the code here. You're not gonna see it right now, but I'm gonna write it down. Style, color. Perfect. All right, let's see if that works. And okay, I'm going to toggle to the code screen here. That, and then add the closing. Great. All right, so I have my span style there, so it should display here properly. Oh, interesting. That didn't work. What happened there? Oh, okay. There's an issue. All right. Delete that one. Delete that one. Yeah, it was using the wrong quotation marks. So There it is. Okay, perfect. So now it looks more like the actual design. Yeah, awesome. So since we already did all the work, let's just duplicate it. So duplicate, grab the handle, bring it here. And same for this one, duplicate, grab the handle, come on, and bring it here. And now I'm going to do the same for this one, duplicate, grab the handle, bring it here, and duplicate, grab the handle again. Perfect. And we just, at this point, we just need to change the names. So that's dark charcoal flannel blazer. All right. And this is a flannel blazer. Now, this is 369, 229. Okay. I think I'm going to use the toggle for the code screen here. So this was, I said, 369 on sale for 229. So, oh, actually, let's see. Let's see if this works. Because I only need to change one. That worked. And the last one is olive corduroy. And what type of blazer? Oh, just a blazer. Okay. And since this one, okay, grab the handle. Come on. Sometimes it gets a little tricky. Yes. Grab it. Delete it. And I'm going to duplicate this one because it's identical. Bring it here. Perfect. So now we have finished. Really. That's all there is to do. If we want to create this, like I mentioned before, there was no footer. All I had to do was change the container. Actually, that's not. Yeah, there. All right, so I just need to change the color. Let's change it to match the rest. There it is. I just need to select this section. It's a whole section. So I'm just going to go here, delete it. Perfect. And I already have some padding here. Well, actually, it's a container with spacing on inside of it. So there it is. Let's go to our preview. And this is all that we've accomplished today. Created an email template for a menswear fashion brand. The logo that you see here was left aligned on desktop. This section is just in case you end up in some email client that is not displaying images, so you can view in browser. However, on a mobile device, it's going to display fine. So the logical choice is to delete it or make it invisible, and for the logo to be center aligned. Make the prices stand out. The sale. The button expands almost to full width, but not quite, so it still looks like a button. All right, and then you have the models. And okay, this is it. I forgot to do the images. As you can see, it's looking quite pixelated because essentially it did the same thing that I tried to do with the logo at the beginning. So we need to go back and go back to this image and don't make it a responsive image. There you go. Do the same for the other three. Nope. And no. And if you click preview now and scroll down, perfect. Now it looks the way it's supposed to look. Beautiful. Okay. So that was pretty good. as you can see, really, with the new email builder, you can tackle pretty much any design project you can think of, except for, when the designer gets a little too crazy with the layers and superimposing text on images, put diagonal lines across images and text. That stuff you won't be able to replicate, but something rather simple like this, uh, yeah, you don't have to rely on Photoshop comp in order to put this together. You can do it in the campaign builder. So thank you for watching this far, and I hope you find this useful. Thanks.